Sydney's asbestos mulch crisis.
It is a very major investigation, probably the largest in the EPA's history.
Mulch contaminated with asbestos has been found in more than 20 locations across Sydney. There's also testing underway at more than 50 parks and garden beds across the inner city, as well as urgent testing at a number of schools in Sydney. And the government has set up an asbestos taskforce to deal with the growing crisis, with more than 130 EPA investigators now on the case. And the big questions? Well, where did it come from and who's responsible? In January, a piece of bonded asbestos was found in the park above the newly opened Rozelle interchange. That discovery sparked an investigation from the EPA and the New South Wales government, which then led to further discoveries across Sydney and on the south coast. Two types of asbestos have been found. One is bonded and the other is friable. Now, bonded poses far less of a risk because it's clumped together, while friable, that's the nasty stuff, but we found a lot less of that so far. The EPA has been focusing its investigation on one company that's so far been linked to each of the detections of asbestos. That's the major Sydney landscaping supply company, Greenlife Resource Recovery. The EPA has issued an order against Greenlife to prevent it from selling any more mulch while it's investigated. Greenlife's launched a court challenge against it. They say the EPA came to its facility in January and took 12 samples, which were found to be free from asbestos. But the EPA says it's concerned about mulch manufactured and sold between March and December last year, which they say so far they've been unable to test. The EPA and the government have been clear that so far everything in their investigations have pointed back to Greenlife. Greenlife said that contamination must have occurred between them selling the product and it being placed at parklands. From here, the government and the EPA are focused on getting a handle on this crisis and cleaning up the contaminated mulch. The government's also looking at increasing penalties for bad actors, closing loopholes and changing regulations. The EPA has classified this as a serious criminal probe, but those investigations could take months.